Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at the Grand Cathay Battalion. This set comes with a whopping 50 miniatures, all brand new for Cathay for the Warhammer the Old World game. Some really nice miniatures in this. Each one has the infantry have a choice of hand weapons or polearms. The cannons have two different options, rockets or cannons. And the horsemen, I believe, have a couple different options as well. Some very nice options here. So let's open this up and take a look. So let's take a look at the interior. So we, of course, get plenty of plastic, some bases, and a huge bag for the infantry. I'll slide that off to the side. A nice instruction booklet, which we'll take a look at in a moment. And then let's pull out the sprue. So there should be in this box essentially one of each kit plus an additional half kit of the infantry. So in this battalion, there's 3 full kits plus a half kit for the infantry. So you get 10 of the Cathay cavalry with some beautiful sprue there. So we'll take a look at those momentarily. And that is the standard box of cavalry. You also get a box and a half of infantry, which I will have to sort out somehow. Okay, those are the same sprue. Okay, that's the same sprue. There should be a bunch of duplicate sprue, since you do get the 2 kits. So here is more cavalry. The cannon is also a dual kit, which is quite nice. And this should all be infantry as well. And of course, some extra bits there. And then some decals. So they've done some really nice stuff with all the new decals they've put out for whether it's Age of Sigmar or the Old World. Let's see if we can't. Some really cool decals here. Some in white that are kind of hard to see with the lighting, unfortunately. But they're essentially mirrors of the silver and gold one. Some very nice details. Put that off to the side. Let's start off by looking at the cannon. So you do get 2 of this sprue. That is 1 cannon kit. It does build 2 artillery pieces. So this sprue does let you, so buying this kit separately does let you build both the Grand Cannon and the fire rocket battery, which is nice. So you do get 2 of this sprue. It comes with a few artillery crewmen, one of which is an ogre, which is pretty cool, with some nice detail here on a lot of these parts. We'll look at the other section here as well on the back. Some work, of course, required, perhaps a little bit more than any of us might want. But it is an excellent looking assembly. Just even looking at the sprue is really cool. Getting me really excited to build these. For the infantry, you get 3 of their 3 sprue. So you have your sort of standardized kit. You can have either halberds or hand weapons. Hand weapons come with shield. I believe the halberds are 2-handed. Yes, you can see the hands there. You can build standard bearers, musicians, champion. Some very nice stuff there. And you do get 2 more of those on top of that one. And then you get 3 of this sprue as well, with some very nicely detailed pieces here as well. A ton of heads. Some tassels for the heads, which are probably for the commanders, I would guess. Just some really nicely detailed miniatures, though. And then we look at our cavalry. So here is the one side. You do get spears for these. I want to say they have a second weapon option, but I will have to look and find out. Some very nicely detailed bridles. And horse armor here, very heavy armor cavalry, which I think is great. And you get 2 sets of these sprue, so you get 6 sprue in total for the cavalry. They have their own standard bearer. I believe they have their own standard musician as well. And then here we have the other side for some of the sprue also. So a really high value box. Now, a lot of the kits for Warhammer the Old World are a bit more expensive. Yeah, so each kit, if they're infantry, normally come with 20 infantry, with the full option to build them as multiple squads with all the squad champions and stuff. The cavalry comes in boxes of 10, and then in this case the cannons come with 2. So you do wind up with an extra half kit, essentially, of the infantry. However, you can build them with either hand weapons or halberds, and they do look really good. So they have some nice details here. This is a brand new set of miniatures where you get them with either halberd or hand weapon and shield. What else do we have here? We have the Jade Officer, which is their champion, who has some details. I believe that's probably a two-handed weapon. Looks like you might be able to build him a couple different ways, or not. Nope, never mind. I lied. This is the first time I'm looking at these. I've not built any of these before. You have a standard bearer who can have, of course, the standard with a hand weapon there, and of course a musician, which is a drum for the Cathayans. And you get, not quite sure why there's 2 of him. Oh, there's 2 different halberds he can use. Okay, so that's interesting. So you get this sort of half moon section, or one with 2 spikes. So if you wanted to build multiple kits with the halberds, you could have some variation on the poses. That's interesting. I wonder if those are enough to build either, or if you have to pick one and then later on you're stuck with the other. The Jade Lancers build some very nice heavy cavalry. Look really good. You of course get a standard bearer and a champion. Yeah, this is the champion. A lot more pieces to those. Also a musician with drums that attach to the horse. That's cool. And then a couple different poses for the Lancers themselves. Looks like five different poses. So in addition to the 3 commanders there. And then you get some different artillery here and a few different options for your crew. You can have them loading rockets or loading cannons. Some very nice details here, as well as a crew with a rocket versus fuse. So some nice stuff. And then see where I'm at. Does not look like this would be easy to magnetize. Although maybe it looks like those might all be separate pieces. Huh. 15, 16, 13, 14. Yeah, it might be doable. I'm not entirely sure. That looks like that will be miserable to put together. Though I'm hoping it's... Oh, maybe it won't be that bad. That does not look like it will be fun to clean up the sprue lines on. But you do get some nice artillery out of it. I do not have the manual for them, so I can't discuss any of the units' stats in the Old World because I decided I wasn't buying the Arcane Journal until I actually had models assembled and was going to play. So I don't have anything else to discuss on these other than the fact these look awesome. I'm super excited about them. So that's all I have for this week. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.